But we got WestJet, the end of Idubbbz, and I am very excited to see where this goes, because if we know one thing about me is I am the #1 Idubbbz hater on the internet. So let's get right into it.
Massive date for the unemployed. Idubbbz' life keeps getting worse. From once being a beloved content creator, loved by many, to just being a shadow of his former self. He's also down about 700,000 subs since his
700,000? Wait, 700,000? Oh, but this is going back to 2022. I looked it up during my giant breakdown of the Willie Mack show thing, and in the last month he's already lost 20K, which is insane. So the dude's down 7 mil, dude. Holy cow.
Peak. So what caused this mystical fall off? Why did everyone
Dude, could you imagine? He actually used it as a flex against Ethan Klein. He's like, oh, do you not think about this stuff when you could be losing subscribers and stuff, and you're gonna be losing blah blah blah. You grifted to this progressive fans, now they're all leaving. What are you gonna do now? It's like, dude, you've lost your entire fan base. They're just steadily bleeding out of your ecosystem. You went from a 14 million sub channel down to a 7 in the span of 3 years.
On Idubbbz, a woman. Now, if you're actually employed and missed the lore, she's basically the Antichrist. All right, let me get to some world building here. So they get
a great edit, by the way. That is that one edit right there with the music was better than all 3 of Idubbbz' last videos. He put in more editing effort in that one video with the chicken jockey guy, and he did more work in that 1 second than Idubbbz has done in his entire last 3 videos.
Get married, and she pretty much forces him to take her last name.
Not that it matters, but the only reason why we chose my name over his last name is because his last name is just objectively ugly.
You're married. You're essentially clouding your family, your new family.
Yeah, my family's my in-laws' last name is basically the grossest thing ever, dude. I have actually been next to Idubbbz when his IBS flared up and he shit the bed. He shit all over the bed. There's poop everywhere. The whole entire room was just covered in extreme diarrhea. And I have to say that was prettier than their last name. So there's a reason why her last name is now Jimha.
What?
It's just an ugly last name. Washburn sounds horrendous. Anissa Washburn definitely stormed.
This is exactly why she didn't take the last name. It wasn't the fact that every guy to come in the vicinity of Idubbbz she wants to bang other than Idubbbz. Idubbbz she just wants to make fun of on camera for clout. But everybody else, dude, she wants to ride those glizzies into the sunset.
Capital.
Do you ever look at someone and wonder what is going on inside their head?
Yo, is this person fucking retarded?
Yes.
And trust me, it gets even worse. This is just the tip of the
dude,
ice.
I would love to see a new Leafy video, dude. I would I actually saw him talking about talking crap on Twitter, and I said make a video, pussy. I would re-download Rumble, because I downloaded Rumble because I was gonna do a multi-platform assault when I started my content creation. I was gonna hit every platform. And after a week of uploading on that crap platform, I realized that it is just a pain in the ass to upload anything to it, and I don't have the time and day to do multiple platforms. So it's just YouTube for me, guys. But I would re-download Rumble, right? I would re-download Rumble and look up and watch the Leafy video if he made a video on Idubbbz. That would be the greatest thing ever. That would be the peak of this entire drama. It would be Idubbbz getting destroyed by Leafy after content copying Leafy, just to show that everyone except for Idubbbz is succeeding after their content cops, because the only person who got hit really hard was Leafy, and it wasn't even Idubbbz that took him down. It was because he shit on Pokimane too many times.
His wife is actually a massive Hasan Piker fan. So much so that she allegedly took off her wedding ring last time she went to his house. She's also got
No, dude, I knew it, dude. I knew it, bro. So, she had to settle for watching Idubbbz get railed by Hasan while she watched, but she, choreographed the whole thing. She definitely wants Hasan Schmeat. She wants a hummus pickle right into her cheek, bro. She hummus pickles, bro. She wants it so bad, dude.
Idubbbz emasculated to such an extreme where she's straight up doing only and that's bad in itself, but she was taking photos during their wedding night, apparently.
Nissa is actually a demon. This woman uploaded pictures of her bared asshole to Twitter on their wedding day. What is more demonic than that?
And a question...
Oh, dude! Dude, that's so fucked, dude. Could you imagine, bro? Could you imagine? You guys have the wonderful wedding day. You guys are chilling out. You're laying in bed. And she's like, hold on. I need to get into my BDSM gear so I can take some OnlyFans pics. But isn't this about us? No. I need to sell some pictures of my asshole on the internet right now. Idubbbz, just go shit the bed. That's what you're best at.
Should a self-respecting person might ask in this scenario, why is he still with this bitch? Ian lost his virginity to Anissa, and he had never had a girlfriend or been with a woman before that. This
is the greatest thing ever because like, dude, he loves to call like Ethan Clyde an incel, and the Idubbbz fans love to call people like me an incel. And it's like, dude, I'm happily married with a kid. Ethan's happily married with a kid, but Idubbbz, the first girl to throw him some love, bro. He just became the ultimate sad boy ever, and just has slowly watched his career plummet in front of his own eyes, dude. He's slowly just lost all fucking say in his life. He's just an emasculated little cuckbag, and it's all because he can't stand the fact that he doesn't want to look around, dude. So he's gonna stay in a loveless marriage.
He told me shortly before he started dating her, he wants that incel audience bad. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but ironically, you are the incel audience. When your wife literally pays your electricity bill with her OnlyFans, I don't think you have the right to say incel audience, bro. They paying your bills. You know you're cooked when people start taking H3's side.
I thought the only thing I needed...
Dude, this is the funny thing, too. This is the funny thing. Because he's getting torched so bad, and this all, like, the creator clash thing is blowing up right now, it's just a moment. We just have, like, wait a little bit longer until Hasan starts making... starts talking shit about him and like not wanting them around. These people are gonna send them afloat without a paddle up the river so fast into shark infested waters. They will happily watch Idubbbz and Anissa drown and get eaten. These guys love to stab their own in the back constantly. They love a scapegoat, and this is what dude, it's gonna turn on them so fast. It's gonna get better, dude. This is just like the calm. We're hitting a calm spot right now where it's just like funny kind of hee-haw stuff where we make our little videos, but we're gonna have some like real crash outs here soon. It's gonna be glorious.
Boy has not been so much as touched by the opposite sex before Anissa. In itself, it's not a big deal, but in the context of the relationship, I find it very humorous. Mogged by Tony Soprano's successor. I guess it was dad bod season. Bro, you were harassing teenagers at 26 and then learned empathy at 30.
At the age of 32, I've acquired empathy.
Yeah, literally. Guy with the OF wife and no kids calling the guy with a normal wife and kids an incel. Yeah, that's an incel right there if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, dude, massive incel, dude. Not like the guy that was 26 making fun of teenagers. The exact same thing that you did to Leafy.
His wife is non-stop sending him on a humiliation ritual, and this is still just the tip of the iceberg.
I want to ask him if you've always been shitting your pants.
Dude, the IBS king right here, dude. The king of shitting the bed, dude. We got Idubbbz, the serial pooper.
No.
Because since I've known you, you've always had like IBS.
I didn't. No. Can we not make this stream about my pooping? I'm not a poopy boy. No, stop, Anissa.
Yourself.
His wife doesn't see a single problem with this. She's just clowning him on stream live. When do you put the foot down and say enough is enough? Because all the clips I see of his wife, it's just...
Bro, maybe... Well, let's give Idubbbz the benefit of the doubt here. Let's give him a little bit of clout. Maybe she's talking about the fact that he always wants to shit on her chest, bro. He's like, dude, I just have a poop fetish. I just want to poop on your chest. And every time he brings it up, dude, she's like, oh, do you have IBS? And he's like, yeah, that's what we're talking about. I don't want to poop on your chest. Maybe he's just a freak. Maybe he just wants to be a freak between the sheets. And once she started the OnlyFans, he saw that as his opportunity. That one day he get to do some poop play, and now he doesn't get to do it. And so now he's just stuck in a loveless marriage with a wife who thinks he has IBS when he just wanted to do some like weird R. Kelly stuff.
Her ruining his life, getting him involved with her schizo friends, and just kind of tarnishing his reputation. Like, these are crazy eyes if I've ever seen any.
commentary YouTubers have
By the way, dude, I love the fact that every single time Denims opens her mouth to have like an exposed on somebody, it backfires so hard that it makes her look worse. I don't think she's ever accurately exposed a single person on her career on the internet.
no idea what it is to work a normal job.
You're wrong. This is me working as a parking guy. I might be retarded, but at least I've had a job.
Dude's like, I'm gonna flex. I parked cars before, dude. I am a car parking guy, dude. I also love these people that are like got famous on the internet like really early, and they're like, oh yeah, you need to go work a real job. These commentary creators don't. It's like, bitch, you used to suck up to the commentary community. You wanted Leafy's balls in your mouth so bad. She like used to gush over Leafy so hard. She felt bad that Leafy got content copped. Her husband used to be a commentary YouTuber. Dude, she's so retarded. I remember when this take happened, it was like, dude, for years, you wanted so much commentary schmeat in your mouth that you settled with the one you didn't like.
I have no clue.
Whoa, shiver me timbers. Is that the cage she keeps items in? I get some of these clips are old, but once again, world building, guys. Remember. And speaking of new, Billy Mitchell himself joined the fray. Only one can teach items.
Dude, I love the fact that Billy Mitchell has been popping up in every single drama, bro. Every single drama, Billy Mitchell's just like showing up, dude. He has a hot sauce with Keemstar now. What the fuck is going on with the internet? This is glorious. Like, literally, he released a hot sauce that's signed with Keemstar. Dude, Carl Jobs is cooked in this situation. Dude just lost a massive lawsuit, and Billy Mitchell's like, yo, I'm gonna go hang out. I'm gonna go hang out with all the commentary guys now and shit on Idubbbz out of nowhere, dude. He's been popping up in the weirdest places on the internet, dude. He's like, instead of speedrunning instead of cheating and speedrunning, because I think he cheated in the game. I think that was his whole thing. I don't know, dude. I don't know that much about Billy Mitchell. I just know that Carl Jobs got fucking absolutely ass blasted by this dude, and the fact that he's just speedrunning his way through like internet controversies as a side hobby is hilarious to me.
How to get a better woman. Jesus, if you know, you know. This Idubbbz guy just can't catch a break. Every time I open this app, he's getting burned alive. Idubbbz could end all of this by coming out as gay.
Dude, Billy Mitchell has been cooking so hard, bro. I actually I followed Billy Mitchell on Twitter because he's had just some fire ass tweets recently, dude. He's been just like cooking Idubbbz alive, bro. He's what was he? What was it? It was like the Mario guy. The Mario guy is out of the woodworks, slapping your ass, Idubbbz. You're just getting bent over and spanked by the fucking Mario guy.
You gotta divorce your wife, Idubbbz. Low-key, I'm kind of personally invested in this saga at this point. Maybe because I used to watch Idubbbz when I was younger and I thought he was alright. No, and it's not because he said slurs all the time. That doesn't matter. It just felt like he was kind of genuine in a sea of like weird bad actors like Jake Paul and Rice Gum. But still, the greasiest thing he's done hands down is...
Yeah, dude, it's just so funny that like there was a reason people liked him, and it was because they thought he was genuine. I personally believe that there was always a part of him that thought that liked being better than everybody. And I think when he met Anissa, saw the changing of the internet, they both jumped onto that progressive virtue signal thing very hard. And I think that he's just kind of turned off in life. I think he's just kind of shut down. I think that he wants to be the virtue signal guy, but he doesn't care enough anymore, and he's just kind of like stuck perpetually being the saddest man alive.
Gift Max Mofo his friend's wedding for his wife's tattoo appointment.
The wedding situation, when he was first sending out invites, I was like really uncertain of how that was going to work out because I had some kind of important plans here in the States, so...
These kind of important plans conveniently lined up perfectly with his wife's tattoo appointment, like a Japanese gang member. In a vacuum, this is bad in itself, but it gets even worse when you...
She's a part of the triad, dude. When you play the game Sleeping Dogs, just remember, you're actually playing as Anissa. You think you're playing as a Japanese guy, infiltrating crime as a cop. No, you're playing as Anissa Jomha, and you're saving all of the kids of Palestine. That's what the game's actually about.
Consider the fact that Joji, the musician, or Filthy Frank, whatever you call him, literally scheduled his tour dates around his friend's wedding. But
yeah, dude, a dude cared, like, actually has a successful career, schedules it around his friend's wedding so he can be there, and Idubbbz has to slither his way into a tattoo parlor and just be depressed all the time. He's lost you see this happen to guys all the time, too, and women, too. They get with someone there, they're, like, hanging out all the time, they're cool, and then they get with somebody who's toxic as shit, and then you never see them again. They just stop hanging out, and when you do see them, they're just a shell of their former selves.
Idubbbz had important things going on. Give me a break. That was pretty much the beginning of the end for Idubbbz, and most of his audience knew he was cooked and pretty much started to unsubscribe en masse. And I just keep finding more and more and more, and what hasn't she said about her husband? Now, you can't say the name Idubbbz without mentioning Creator Clash, sponsored by Fansly. Nevertheless, his wife had this to say after he lost his fight.
He still would have lost to Dr. Mike, even if he could breathe and didn't have fractured shins.
Dude, he had a bunch of fractured ankles, he had a fractured face, he's kind of fucking retarded. I mentioned he poops himself all the time, but he still would have lost because he just fucking sucks at boxing. We had to fire his boxing coach because he got a little stern with him one time, and he has daddy issues, and those are unresolved, so he was like, you're reminding me of my father too much, so I gotta back the fuck out of this. Dude, this is the greatest fucking downfall in history.
No, that's valid.
Dude was in the ring and he's getting no support from his wife. My wife better be there, Rocky Balboa, cheering me on. You know what I'm saying?
I love you. Adrian. My wife better be like Adrian. If I ever get in a boxing match, my wife better be over there and be like, hey, baby, I did it, baby. I ran enough that it's okay. I want her there, dude. I want her to be right next to me, dude, fighting in my corner. Not like fighting for me, but like fighting, like standing there cheering for me, dude. I wouldn't do something like this unless she like signed off and was gonna be there. There's no way in hell, and I know she would be like 100% at my for my side. It's crazy to me that people are in relationships where they don't have somebody fighting in their corner like this, that are just willing to like talk shit about them, like out in the open, like, oh yeah, did you know that he has like squiggly wiggly balls, and oh yeah, they're gross, dude. One of them like fucking like jumps out and like ping pongs back into his body. It's like one of those ping pong battles and just goes, yeah, dude, it's fucking gross. Aren't you married to him? Yeah, but I don't have sex with him anymore.
You know, that's the good ending.
Doesn't matter how much training you've put in, doesn't matter how hard you've worked, get a supportive girlfriend who will always prey on your downfall. Here's what people are saying: you still would have lost. How could your wife be your biggest hater during an interview?
Pegasus's coverage is second to none now. Speaking of peg,
it's time for your pegging.
My girlfriend started an OnlyFans.
Dude, and this is the moment that not only did YouTube fuck him by all of his subscribers leaving, but also his wife fucked him in the ass.
Account, and I think all of it.
Also, he was right about More Pegasus. More Pegasus has done an incredible job with both Hasan and Idubbbz coverage. Yeah, I mean, I think I do some pretty incredible coverage, but I mean, I do piggyback off a lot of other people's videos, and that's just the way it is, dude. I know I'm sloppy McSlopperson, but I feel like if there's somebody that does a good job that has like more condensed videos, if you don't want to watch my spurg out sessions, I hope you're here for my like cum jokes and AIDS jokes and butthole jokes. But if you want less of those and just more of a fucking streamlined breakdown of what's going on with the drama, More Pegasus does a really good job.
Is cool online and see people attacking partner. And
Anissa is on camera saying he has bad breath, is a cheapskate, shits himself daily, and that he didn't like being pegged. This is just insane. I feel like I'm watching part of a humiliation ritual for Ian. If one of my exes was saying this type of shit while we were together, it would be a huge issue. Not to mention he goes on Hasan's stream and scoots his chair further and further back, leading into the cuck roll. He looks so uncomfortable. Look at this guy's body language. He doesn't want to be there.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Ian's not into any of that shit. I've tried.
Okay, then keep it to yourself. Why does the internet have to know about that? You know how the internet is. Idubbbz is so pussy whipped because, like, any normal person, even a tenth of what he's dealing with would just end it right there. To an outsider looking in, he just seems like a very insecure guy and is scared to make any boundaries out of the fear he'll lose his girl. Anissa made Idubbbz go to the doctor to get prescription Adderall for ADHD he doesn't have. Ian didn't get diagnosed.
Dude, that's why he didn't become boring, because of Virtue signaling. Maybe I was wrong, bro. Maybe she's got him tranked up so much that that wasn't working. She had him lobotomized.
With ADHD the first time, so Anissa forced him to go back with her a second time so that she could argue with him why he has ADHD. Anissa tried to get Idubbbz diagnosed with cancer out of paranoia. I just feel sorry for this guy. His life is...
Dude's gonna be like that, what was that chick's name who, her mom had her, like, wheeled her around in a wheelchair, dude? I can't remember that chick's name. You'll have to let me know in the comments down below. But, dude, that's gonna be Idubbbz here in a few years. She's gonna have, like, tubes hanging off of him and stuff, and he's just gonna have a clean bill of health. She's just gonna, like, be, like, pulling his teeth. Oh, maybe that's the gold tooth. Maybe she's gonna, like, make, like, she's got her little cancer victim, bro. It's gonna be all, so it's all gonna be fake, dude. It's, Munchausen just by proxy, bro. Idubbbz is suffering from a house that's filled with Munchausens by proxy, all because of Anissa.
Firelink so hard, he had to even leave the creator clash that he built, not the Ludwig Fadsley sponsor.
He wants that incel audience bad.
Again, I gotta emphasize, if you're selling your pooper for $5 on the internet, you have no right to use the word incel or complain about incels ever. You are fueling the fire. Now, this kind of explains everything, you know, the soda tubing down.
Dude, it's over, dude. Once you put that fucking thing on, dude, you might as well kiss your career goodbye and honestly just go find a bunker and live in the bunker because it's the safest place for you.
Curse. It took another victim. On the real, the content cop Idubbbz dropped on H3 backfired so hard that people started taking H3's side. If at any point you begin to feel bad for Ian, just remember this. This MF looked into a camera lens, edited the footage, and uploaded a video justifying the CPS visit to our home. No mercy. And then he posted this photo, which, you know, quite frankly, I don't even know what this means, so enlighten me.
What the fuck, Ethan? You fucking goon bag? Dude, this guy's so fucking cringe sometimes. I do defend him a lot, but dear God, is he such a fucking cringe loser.
Me fellas, Ethan keeps making fun of Ian for being a virgin before Anissa, but I imagine getting picked by Anissa. That's a W. Like, I'm so jealous. When your loudest support is coming from Reddit, you know you're cooked. Like, those dudes would genuinely get a job at the morgue for some action. Now,
no, they're just they're practicing a little bit of necromancy, but not the magic type, the kind that rhymes with philia, the necrophilia. They're doing necrophilia. They're having sex with dead bodies.
Watching this video and you're a virgin. Jokes aside, that doesn't even matter, especially if it's for religious reasons. But when Idubbbz starts saying stuff like this, it is kind of funny. He hates his audience because he looked into the Shrek magic mirror and saw himself.
You can actually tell when I'm having a terrible day because I will not shut up on Twitter. I will not fucking shut up.
Bro, she's probably been having a bad day for like the last 10 years then, dude. I don't think she's ever not tweeted everything she feels. Dude, she just must be in the most miserable relationship of her entire life because that's all she does is spend the entire day on Twitter.
I will tweet the stupidest shit.
I went to look at her age. She's 31 and her birth sign is Cancer. You shocker. You are pushing 40, arguing with strangers on Twitter. I'm 24. And even I stopped using Twitter because I realized if I'm going to talk shit, I might as well get paid for it. But I digress. But all of
Absolutely, dude. I use Twitter to like, definitely use Twitter way more than I probably should. It is definitely something that I thought that maybe I could like build a little bit on there, build a little bit on here. I don't feel like there's a lot of overlap happening. I don't get a lot of clicks jumping over from the Twitter side. So we'll see how long that lasts. But if you want to follow my Twitter, it is at Jiffy Coats. My channel name is King Jiffy Coats. So if you look up King Jiffy Coats, you should be able to find it.
this could have been easily avoided if Idubbbz just manned up and squatted 200 pounds below parallel.
Sam, he was right.
Mark my words, that woman is going to ruin his life.
So there's a video of Sam Hyde, and he goes, she's going to ruin his life. Mark my words.
Get rid of Yoko Ono. She's like his entertainment handler.
No matter what you think of H3 or Sam Hyde in that matter, you can't deny that the Ghost of Kiev is right.
Yeah, dude, the Ghost of Kiev cooked here, dude. He absolutely obliterated on the fact that, look what happened, dude. You reap what you sowed, dude. The fact that Idubbbz went there to try to make Sam Hyde look like an asshole, and it actually fucking Uno reversed on his ass, and it's been just constantly just getting mogged ever since, is hilarious to me, and it will forever not be. You might not like Sam Hyde, and that's absolutely fine. I'm not saying that I'm a Sam Hyde fan or anything, but I do think it's funny that big troll Ian just got obliterated by Sam Hyde, with his whole intention was to go in and make Sam Hyde look like an absolute asshole.
Truly is a shell of his former self, and it's honestly pretty sad to look at, and quite frankly, she has a big part to play in it. You don't even have to say slurs to be funny. And it's honestly sad.
You do. I love it, bro. Dude, bring slurs back to you. I mean, don't do that, dude. That's bad, bro. That's bad. I'm joking. That would be really gay if you brought slurs back to YouTube.
He went. Anyway, even Leafy came back to the internet. There's definitely something brewing, so stay tuned. Dude,
I swear to God, dude, it would be so amazing if Leafy did a video. It would be amazing if, like, Ethan Klein brought Leafy on just to have Leafy talk shit for, like, 10 minutes, bro. Just 10 minutes of unhinged, drug-fueled, fat Leafy just off the rails saying stupid shit would be enough to make this whole thing totally worth it. I would love the internet. It would be a great moment. This would be bringing back the glory days of YouTube just one last time.
Sounded hard too. Did he cry again? Realistically, I only covered the surface because this downfall is so disastrous. Anyway, subscribe to the channel if you're jealous of Idubbbz.
By the way, dude, I love it. It doesn't matter what I cover or whose video I cover. I'm getting new information. I'm getting new chaos. I'm seeing new fucking perspectives. It is so funny how there's so much information on this absolute like giant crash out that there's not a day that goes by where I don't get like absolutely badass new shit to check out and see. It's always evolving. It's always hilarious, and I absolutely fucking love this drama. I know a lot of people are probably tired of it. I know that people have told me enough of the Hasan stuff, enough of the Idubbbz stuff, but dude, I'm just having so much fun, like just absolutely talking shit about these guys that I don't know how long it'll be fun for me, but as of right now, I'm having a fucking blast. But until next time, guys, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.